All right, I'm going to start recording. All right, guys. Well, good morning. I believe it is the 9th of August today, and we're going to get started. And we're going to get
Oh,
started.
yeah.
We have, this morning, we have Mr. Gus Parra with Farmers Insurance.
I'll be in my meeting.
Good.
I'm be in my meeting. I'll be back.
Let me mute you. Okay, so we're going to have Gus Parra here this morning to talk about insurance, guys. And I know with insurance, that's a huge topic for a lot of our homeowners. I know we are typically the ones that will advise them to, hey, you guys need to make sure you have homeowners policies before closing on loans. And so now is the time to ask any questions about that. You know, when should we order them? How long does it typically take? What do I need to look for on inspections that may raise my clients' rates or deductibles, whatever the case may be, right? So I'm always trying to find the best solutions and best ideas for our clients to be able to pass those on. So the more knowledge you have about insurance, the more you're able to just best assist your clients. So Gus, I'm going to turn it over to you. Introduce yourself a little bit, tell us a little bit about yourself, and then I'll leave it to you.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, everyone. My name is Gus Parra. I own a company called Parra Insurance Group, and my company is appointed with Farmers Insurance in addition to a lot of other different companies. I've been in business actually this week. I'll be in business 7 years.
Wow.
I've been very blessed, just want to thank Alan and his team under Carter, Texas, for their support. And I'm excited to be on the call this morning. I'm located at 14502 Brook Hollow Boulevard, right here on the side. I think right. I mean, Alan is my landlord, but love being here. Excited to be here at 78232. Previously, we were over there at zip code 78230. So, thank you for the time this morning. As it relates to home insurance, we love doing homes here at Farmers and at Parra Insurance Group. And there's no home or property that we won't insure. We'll match that risk to the right budget, to the right customer, based on the customer specifications, whatever the mortgage company needs, whatever you guys need to get the deal to closing. We're going to work with you to find the right deal with the right coverage and so forth. So, some of the products that we offer, and I should have emailed this doc to you, Alice. You can send it out. I was still fine-tuning it. But we insure properties all over the state of Texas, guys. And no property is too small or too large. And no property is too old or too new. We have access here at the agency to all kinds of insurance policies for homes. And we do coastal homes. We do flip homes, rental properties, 12-unit, 16-unit apartment complexes. We work with our clients. We'll work with you and your clients to, again, find them the right product that'll help manage their particular risk. Come on. I'm getting a solicitation call here. And so forth. Obviously, primary homes is our bread and butter. Purchase money transactions are our bread and butter. We will work with more realtors. Again, my primary goal in our agency is to
Lost you. Or did I lose? Hello.
primary homes, secondary homes, condos, townhomes, rental properties, single family rental properties, duplexes, apartment complexes, investment flip properties, for both residential and commercial. We have access to a lot of markets to insure that particular risk. We have builder's risk insurance for, again, flip projects like residential and commercial properties. We do commercial insurance. I'll do construction projects, commercial construction projects, residential construction projects. No project is too small or large. We'll look at everything. We also sell, and I think you guys might have access to this, but I'm just throwing this out there as well. We also offer the home warranties through American Shield, but I think you guys are probably better off if you have a vendor you already offer that to. You're probably better offering to them because you get a little bit of a stipend. Wanted to underline the fact that if you have clients on the coast, in the coastal counties, we have great markets for insuring those vacation homes or secondary homes or those rental properties on the coast that include the hurricane insurance. So a lot of times, a certain company will, they want to insure the fire portion of the home, but they don't want anything to do with the hurricane side or the windstorm side. So then that means that as an agent, you got to go find a company that will just insure the windstorm part of the home, and that usually is a little bit more expensive for the client, and then they have to have two policies on their home. But we have access to 2 or 3 different markets that are included in one package, and they're pretty competitive all on the coastal market. In terms of tips, what to look out for, or what I look for when I go out, I go inspect every property that I can go out and inspect, as long as it's in the San Antonio area. If it's out of the market, I'll try to find an associate to go just check it out for me real quick. And some things that I look for. First thing that I look for is the roof. The age of the roof will drive the cost of your policy up or down. The newer the roof, the cheaper the policy in terms of pricing. And so if at all possible, whenever you have a client that is buying a home whose roof is fairly new, just make sure that we get some type of documentation from the seller, like an invoice, or even if they disclose it on the seller's agreement. Several underwriting departments and insurance companies will accept it. Will accept the disclosure statement. If they can have a specific date of when that roof was installed. I look at the type of roof. Is it a 20-year shingle? Is it a 30-year shingle? Is it a simple roof? Is it a hip or a gable? Those are all insurance terms, but all that goes into the pricing of the policy. The more complicated the roof, the more expensive the home. We have to account for all of that. Does the roof have solar panels? The solar panels are insured, but the cost in the event that we have to replace the roof, the cost in the transaction is the actual labor to remove the solar panels, and the solar company will not pay for that. The homeowner has to pay for that. So the agent has to make sure that they're accounting for that in the quote. And another thing that I look for, depending on the age of the home, is water damage. Is there any water damage? Has there been any water damage? If we're looking at older homes, can we find out when the plumbing was updated, or if it was updated, or the sewer line, has that been updated? And if it hasn't, we just need to make sure that the agent is adding water endorsements. So to protect the client in the event of a backup, or in the event a pipe is bust underneath the cement and we've got to open the hole to fix it. So the older the home, the more endorsements you probably want to add for water. So the top 3 things that I try to protect my clients for in this agency is, number 1 is I want to protect the roof. That's the most common claim in the business that I see. Number 2 is I try to protect the client against any type of water damage. So I'll add little endorsements here and there to protect, in the event that a water pipe burst, or there's a backflow coming in from the toilet, or there's a slow leak. If it's a fairly new home, I'm allowed to add a what's called a leak endorsement, a slow leak. So those are some things that you just want to take into consideration as you're out there, working with your clients. The third thing that we try to insure for is theft. So it's roof, water, and theft, and those are the top 3 most common claims that I see here coming across my desk. Ellen, I've taken about 5 minutes or so, and I don't want to take up your whole meeting because I keep going.
No, that's good. The more
Does
information.
anyone have any questions for me at this point?
The more the merrier, man. That's why we're here, is just to get these agents knowledgeable on as much as we can. One thing I did have a question on is aluminum wiring, because I know we have that a lot in San Antonio. And what does that look like? Is that an additional cost, a coverage? What does that look like? Because I know a lot of our panels, we get those inspection reports back, and well, what does that mean? Aluminum wiring.
Aluminum wire with a knob on the
Uh-huh.
on the circuit panel. Problem is that you're gonna have to upgrade it.
Yeah. So no, not the knobs, not like the knob, but I'm saying like in an updated panel box, you have your normal panel boxes, but you have aluminum wiring through the house. And I know sometimes insurance companies will either have an additional rider or they'll have to get a smaller additional coverage for that. And is that something that y'all typically deal with, or is that pretty much a non-issue?
You typically see that in your older homes, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can add an endorsement to it. Some companies will accept the risk, some companies won't.
Okay. So then
It just depends on the type of home and the company that we're dealing with. I've got about 12 companies that I do business with. Farmers is my lead company, and they're the I guess for lack of a better word, the sexy company with all the advertising. But Farmers has a very particular appetite, and so when I built the agency, I wanted to make sure that we were a one-stop shop. And so we've got about 12 home companies that we consistently do business with. Some are within the Farmers umbrella, and some are outside of Farmers.
Okay.
But there's the thing that I've learned in this business is if there's a risk to insure, somebody will insure. Some company will insure it.
Okay, cool. So that
Did I answer your question?
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
I didn't get that part. The American Shield, the stipend. What do you exactly mean by that?
I think you guys I think some of you. I don't know if your company's set up with them. Remember it. I think there's some agents that have like an agreement to refer customers to the local rep for American Shield.
Oh yeah, so just a vendor's agreement. So basically stating that if you use this company, they'll kick you back $100 or they'll kick you back. Right? Is that where you're going?
You're correct. You're correct.
Okay. Yeah. So typically,
it's like a realtor program that they offer.
Yeah, that's just dependent on the company itself. You can ask any company that you've been working with, whether it be Fixed, Home Guard, One Guard, Home Shield, whoever it is. Talk to your rep and say, hey, do you guys provide any, kickback? Not kickbacks because that's the wrong terminology, and you shouldn't use incentives. Any referral programs, any. Relationship agreements pretty much, and that's going to just be a question to ask. And if they don't, then if you want to find one that does, great. If not, then just keep pushing them to the one you want.
Like I said, we offer them here in the office through a third party as well, and through Farmers. It's under the Farmers umbrella. Now, Alan, let me kind of, if you don't mind, real quickly, let me expand on the home warranty. Sure. That's a very good topic. Yeah. Remember, insurance protects against a peril. So a fire, a lightning, hailstorm, windstorm, hurricane, et cetera, et cetera. A warranty, insurance does not protect against maintenance or lack of maintenance, but the warranty protects against maintenance, like your AC needs maintenance, or the AC breaks and they need some type of part because it just wore out. So the warranty would kick in. So, I highly recommend that you, as you're working with your clients, that you recommend especially for your buyers, that you recommend that they buy or negotiate some type of deal where a home warranty is involved. Especially when there's like a swimming pool, those water pumps go on a lot.
I had a quick question.
Yes, ma'am.
When we're going ahead and negotiating for the home warranty, on a good average, what would you say something like ballpark to fight for, depending on the home, but average, would $500 be doable for a home warranty?
Yeah, that's the basic policy. The basic warranty, I should say, is about $500 a year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Very true.
Mm-hmm. Guys, but remember the basic policy, the basic warranty item, it does not cover like if there's a swimming pool. It does not cover.
Okay.
So if you have a client that you're showing a beautiful home and they have a swimming pool, and there's a discussion of a home warranty, I highly recommend that we make sure that pump. I see them go out so often. It happened to Star here in the office. She bought a house and she bought a warranty. And when she showed it to me, I go, well, your pool's not covered. She goes, what do you mean? I go, it's not covered. Well, gee, lo and behold, 2 weeks later, guess what went out? Her pump on her pool. So you had to pay like $1,200 to get it fixed.
Wow. That's
So
crazy.
if they do have a swimming pool, how much would you say it would be a good coverage to cover that for the home warranty that we would try to go for?
It really depends on the company you use. So talk to OneGuard, talk to Fix,
Yes.
talk to the reps, because they're going to be the ones that give you their plans. There's the basic, the intermediate, and then there's like the expert
Yes.
level, and then the high maximum level, right? That covers.
Yes.
So it kind of varies in between the mid grade of 500 all the way up to maybe $1,000, $1,200 if you have all those extra bells and whistles, pools, spas, jacuzzis,
Yes.
multiple units. It just kind of depends. So talk to the rep that you've been working with. One question I do have that I've kind of been hearing more and more about as the summers get hotter and hotter are solar panels, guys. How do solar panels affect insurance, and are those things covered and whatnot? Because I'm getting a lot of questions about solar panels lately.
No, they're covered. They're covered as part of the dwelling. Just make sure that, wherever you quote it, you encourage your clients to make sure they're disclosing that. And so they're in every insurance company has a dashboard, for lack of a better word, and there's a quoting system. And then within the quoting system, there's software where you're inputting all the information on the home, and there's a section for solar panels. And so you just plug in, the number and the cost per solar panel, and it'll adjust the quote to make sure that it's included in the dwelling coverage.
And is that considered at all an additional home protection, since it's protecting the shingles or protecting the roof itself, or is it just that you're just adding it on as an additional overlay for that insurance for the panels?
You're correct. You're just adding the cost to the total coverage for the dwelling.
Okay.
So let's say the property is 150,000 and you got 10,000, and if a property were to burn and it's 150,000 or to build it, and once we add the solar panels, then the dwelling coverage will be 160,000 to include the solar panels, because the solar panels are affixed to the roof. So you have your dwelling coverage limit, and then you have your coverage B, which is your personal property. So if we were to pick up the house and turn it over and just shake everything out of it, all that falls out is personal property. The solar panels are affixed to the roof, so they wouldn't fall out. So they're part of the dwelling coverage. But you definitely want to disclose it to the insurance company.
Awesome.
The cost and here's why, Alan, because if you don't disclose it, the insurance company, or what I've seen happen, they'll pay for the damages to the solar panels, but they will not pay for the labor to remove it. Oh. The cost in removing the labor, the cost in that particular claim is the labor, not the actual solar panel. The labor to remove them and put them back on.
Wow.
Just a heads up.
That's a big cost right there. Cool. Well, I mean, that's pretty much the majority. Does anybody have any other extra questions for Gus before he hops off? No? Okay. Well, then thank you so much, Gus. We'll touch base with you.
Thank you, Ellen. I appreciate everybody. Good luck. It's booming. Real estate is blooming again, which is fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah. My number here in the office, everyone, is and I'll send a document to you, Alan, that you can forward to them if you don't mind. It's 210-290-9762, 210-290-9762. And guys, don't hesitate to call me. No question is silly. Even if you don't buy, whatever question you have, I'm here to help you in any way I can, help your customers in any way I can. And, if you want to find out if there's been a claim on the house, just, hey, Gus, can you run a mock quote on this property? And what will happen is when I run the address, all the claims on a property will come out, and I can tell you, or someone here can say, you know what, there's been 3 claims. Here's what they are. Okay.
That's awesome, guys.
I appreciate you, Alan. Thank you so much.
Have a great one.
Have a great week, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay. So now that Gus is gone, I kind of want to just check in on everybody, see how y'all are doing. Miss Leslie, how are you at the moment? You're muted right now, so I don't know.
Sorry, what was your question? If
Okay.
we had any questions?
Just checking in on everybody that's on the call right now, seeing how everybody's doing and where we can help, and if you had any questions that maybe the group can answer.
Not necessarily. I've been listening to a lot of things online and YouTube about the market, how it's gonna crash and how bad things are going and so forth. And it's a little scary, but they always say that every market is different depending where you live. There's so I don't know. What are your thoughts on that here in San Antonio? The way things have been and the way how I'm assuming people are still moving to San Antonio. Do you think we're going to get hit hard, or it's just not going to be as bad as other places?
I think we're still in that market where we're not going to be hit as bad. I mean, compared to the rest of the country, we're still a pretty moderate to low income level city. And just because of the pace of the rest of the nation is moving that way, doesn't mean we are. We're seeing tons and tons of people move in to San Antonio every day. Our inventory is so low. So I think things may slow down just a tad, if anything, if there is a large, hit. But I don't think we're going to be stopped, or I don't think there's going to be a huge effect in our market. It may kind of dwindle just a tad, but I think we're pretty recession proof. And as long as the rates stay down below, the average 5%, I think 6% is probably the highest I've ever seen it in my life. But I think if we can keep it under, the 5-6%, I think the market is still going to stay healthy and stay moving, especially down here in San Antonio. So
thank you for the answer.
Of course. So like I said in my, I think 1 or 2 videos ago, just keep investing in yourself, keep marketing, keep pushing yourself, because if you have to push to survive in those slow times as well. So if we can make sure we're getting the business now, we can ensure we're getting business for the future. And then Miss Sherry, I want to hop on and see how you're doing. How's everything going?
Okay. All right. I'm good.
Good. How's the new construction coming along?
We actually have a design approved by my clients, and we're sending it over to architect to just do some changes, and hopefully we'll start the build by the end of the month.
Wow.
I'm excited.
Awesome, man. Y'all are trucking along really fast.
I know. Well, I want to get it in before the end of the year because I need a payday.
I hear you. Are you having any difficulties you're seeing along, or zoning issues or municipality issues, or?
No, actually in Fisher, Texas, we are outside of the municipality. So the actual Rhineco, who owns the subdivision basically, or runs the ACC and all of that, they're going to handle everything. They handle the building permits. So I've built up a really good rapport with one of the reps, and it makes it a lot easier, and it's going to be, I'm hoping it'll be pretty seamless,
Awesome.
Yeah. It's
Awesome.
all about getting out, talking to people and getting to know them and building a rapport.
Yes. Make relationships with the people that you need to sign things off on.
Yep.
Definitely a good help. Miss Abby, how are you? How's everything going?
Good, everything's fine. No updates here as of yet right now.
Okay, good. Is there anything that you need from us or look forward to seeing, or?
I look forward to meeting everyone in person, but as of needing anything right now, not yet until I come back with the numbers for the new build investment property that we're looking into.
Okay.
And then maybe outweighing the odds. Is it better to go that route, or is it better just to get a pre-existing home, even though it's been hard to find a pre-existing home because it's just getting multiple offer situations, and then you still have to put a little money and love into it. So until we get those numbers, and that's probably what I'll bring to the table to ask. Okay,
well then that's perfect. And then also just a reminder, guys, I don't know if y'all got the email, but we are doing the barbecue on the 28th. So we can get to see everybody, kind of get to know everyone. Y'all get to meet each other. It'll just be some food, some drinks, and then just a good time. So friends, y'all are more than happy to bring your spouse or your kids. It's going to be kind of just a family thing, so everybody can understand where we all come from in life, and just enjoy each other. So until next week, I will be checking in with each and every one of y'all a little bit later. And I wish you guys a great day, and I hope you guys learned a lot on the insurance side today.
Thank you.
Right. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Mr. Terry,
Thank you.
Thank you.
go ahead.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Thank you.